I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for October 2014. This month I laid out a 10-card Celtic Cross tarot spread for you, and I also have pulled an additional card from the deck called Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno. Now, when I was shuffling the cards to draw that card for you, one fell out. So you are getting the bonus of that. I'm going to actually discuss the two cards at the end. So um, that's interesting, I thought, for you Libras out there. The first card you have that shows up today in your reading for October 2014, today, Libra, is I'm going to tell you what right now. If you watch the different videos because you look for your rising sign or your loved ones or friends signs and you're watching them, look at the cards that keep coming up over and over again. I shuffle these decks over and over and over and over in between each reading, and I do them days apart sometimes. But I'm telling you, there are certain cards that are repeated over and over again, and you have some of the same cards that I see, like quite a few signs keep popping up, and some of them in the same position or near the same position. So just find that interesting. I don't believe in coincidences, so there is something to it. But the first card you have that comes up in your reading today is Nine of Cups, which is an excellent way to start your reading, Libra. This is wish fulfillment. This is all good things and blessings coming to you, especially emotionally, because cups symbolize emotions. However, I'm getting a very unsettling message right off the bat from it that there's going to be somebody or some people in your life that are going to want to put you on the front line about something, or like call you to task for something, or like I just get you. It's weird. I feel like you're going to be generating a lot of buzz. And I feel like there's talk and gossip going on about you or around you. Yeah. What you're going to take away from that, the guides say, is that there's so many people out there that can't be trusted. I don't want to sound, cynical, but that was what the message was. You are going to have to learn who you can trust and who you cannot trust. See, I feel like there's a couple of Libras out there that are going to be put up against the wall or backed into a corner, and I feel like you're going to have some people coming at you. However, you have to be on your guard because I do feel that some of you Libras might be able to sidestep that situation. You're really going to be more thoughtful and mindful about what you say and do, because I feel like you trust somebody or you give somebody some information that gets passed along to other people you don't want to know or have it, and now it comes out, and now I feel like people are angry with you. And you might also be called to the mat for somebody else's doings. It may not all be something you did. So, but if you're keeping somebody secret or protecting somebody or guarding somebody, and you really know what's going on with them, well, you're not guilty, but you're guilty by association. So, I don't know. I just get, for some of you, there's some like comeuppance, payback, debt, due. I don't know. It's weird. I feel that many of you are going to feel put upon and angry, so I find it odd that this is coming up off the wish fulfillment card. But I feel that in that sense it comes up because you're going to feel blessed that you have some good, strong, supportive people around you. So you do have good, strong, solid, sturdy people in your life that are reliable and strong. So that's the real benefits and blessings here. But there is something or issue for some of you, because I don't want to freak you out right off the bat because it was such a happy card. But I have to tell you what I get. So just know that this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to all of you. So don't get too nervous. But I feel like some of you are going to think about how you can change this up, because have a sense of you. The words I'm hearing are plotting some diabolical purpose, meaning these other people might be doing this, and or you're afraid of that happening. So just, be cautious about what you say. The card that crosses over, and by the way, the first card that comes up in the reading is what's affecting you right now. And the effects can be from an incident happening right now, or from something that's happened in the past that you are still being affected by it now. That's what the center card signifies. Now, the card that crosses over your center card, which would either be an obstacle to what's affecting you or a benefit to what's affecting you. And you have Three of Cups. Look at this. You had, like, come on, these are really good cards. I don't know why I didn't like that message that came up for you on this card. But in this reading, them coming up this way, you're getting wish fulfillment, and this is parties and gatherings. The Three of Cups is, celebration. It's like a card of joy and celebration. It can also symbolize a celebratory conclusion to some event that's been occurring in your life. See, it comes up again. I hear there's been some generating of gossip, backbiting and backstabbing and gossiping. It's all coming up right here. I feel, though, however, for some of you, you are going to be attending a party for someone special to you in your life. It's a very, very, very joyous occasion. And for some of you, it's going to be someone's marriage. And for others, it's, somebody that's graduating from in a big deal situation. I mean, it's big. They've graduated from something really difficult and prominent. So for some of you, it's a graduation, but a big deal graduation. And some of you, it's a wedding celebration. Could be other events too that, like christenings and baptisms and brists and those kind of things do circle around it. Like, bat mitzvahs or, sweet 16 parties. I don't know. But it's a big deal celebration, and it's for somebody you really care about. You're related to them somehow. Not necessarily, they may be your kids, but maybe not. I feel like you're going to have the time of your life at this party. It's like, it's like really the happiness of sweet success. That's what makes this party so great. And sweet success for you, not just for the person whose party it is. Like, you have some real tie to this party. This is like important. It's important to you. It's not just you're attending a party and you care about the person. You yourself have some real intense attachment to this party. And you are going to be giving over a gift of cash or money to this person at this party. So you're giving cash. And I feel this is a real special time of blending energies and blending families together. And part of what I get here is I feel that for those of you that are attending a wedding, the wedding that's happening is a blending of two different cultures, two different nationalities, or two different backgrounds, and two different worlds here are being blended, and it's like amazing what happens here. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps all over me. My spirit guides are waving me. This is going to be like two cultures that you don't normally think of together. It seems, like, oh, really? That's interesting. And then when the families get together, it's like, what the heck is going on? Like, I feel this is like a huge party and like really dramatic where people get along like you've never seen before. So I'm happy for you, because this gossiping situation or being backed into a corner by people, I did not like that for you at all. It was very upsetting, and it didn't make me feel good that was coming out. However, on the exact opposite feeling, I get this great, like, great time in your life, you being proud, you really are connected, and like having these two families blend together is like one of the best things that could have ever happened. So, congratulations on the good news of that. So I don't know, Libra. I'm sorry about the other thing, but we'll see if anything else more comes out about it as we go along. The weird thing here is I feel like they're all women. If there's men in that story about what I talked about at first, I don't get any feeling like if there's a guy in this gossiping or back pushing you into a corner, it's like off to the side. I feel like it's three women, and I feel like you're the fourth woman. I don't feel like there's really a male in this scenario, so I don't know. Now here in your gold position, Libra, which is an excellent card. I'm telling you, have looking at them, I'm like, oh, you only have one or two cards that are like, but those were good. So I'm a little mystified why that came up on those cards. The only thing I can tell you is whatever the guides usually say first is the thing that they want you to focus on are the most important, especially when I'm doing one-on-one readings with people. It's almost like it doesn't matter what the cards are there. Sometimes they want to get out and make the most important impact of what they want to say. They're going to do that early on in the beginning. So just know that. But in your gold position, you have an excellent card, which is the Six of Pentacles, which again, Libra, this card has come up for quite a few of the signs. So here you're getting it too. Now it's a good card, so we're happy to see it show up. This is a card that symbolizes charity, giving charity to others freely, you giving it to charitably, and you receiving money charitably, or from, it can be through a government grant, a student loan, it can be a loan from a bank for a business. It could be, relatives giving you money, or lending you money, or friends. It can come grants. It can come through anything. So it can come at you, and you can be doing it either way with this card. I feel sacrifices have been many for you to make people happy. And I feel this has been troubling for some of you Libras, because I feel that even though you have done that, there has been some backbiting and backstabbing. So there again, that might be the root. That might be what it goes back to. I feel that for some of you Libras, you're finding your way back home again after being displaced from your home. That's an interesting comment. So maybe some of you were displaced from Hurricane Sandy and you had to go live somewhere else, and now your home's repaired and finally, or rebuilt finally, or raised finally, and you can move back in it. Or, you had to go away to another country for a job and spend time abroad training and teaching other people, and that now you've come back home after a while. I just get whatever the reason is, you've been away from your home, you've been displaced for a variety of possibilities of reasons here, and now you're coming back. I hear there's a great opportunity for you to change what you're doing, and the guides are saying sink or swim attitude. And I feel that generosity also is going to make its way back to you. So I feel like you might have some money or some paying back of something, or generosity seems to be coming back at you. You've been generous with money with some people in your life, and I feel like somehow something here, you're either being repaid in kindness, love, and support, or actual finances, or maybe, somebody's looking after you, and, maybe you need them for some help in some way. And now people step up to the plate a little bit because you were generous with them. And I feel this really comes up almost like in the now. You're experiencing this soon. You either have recently, still are, or it's moving forward, like you're in this like September, October, November time frame. I feel like that's when that was buzzing around. Now, the next card you have in your reading today, dear Libra, is in the position of the past, and this is the Chariot. And the Chariot is a card to me that symbolizes having to make a decision or a choice. Sometimes this card can come up if there's travel being indicated, but to me it's like, having to focus and make a decision or choice. I feel for some of you Libras, you've really been tired and depleted, and that your energies have been drained. I feel like there's this things circling around with some things needing to be changed in your life, some improvements needing to be made with your health, especially if you're a Libra that is suffering from some respiratory sickness or condition. I feel like you need to think and consider about moving to a different kind of climate where I'm seeing like mountains or up in the air, like you're higher up elevation, like the Adirondacks or Lake Placid area, like really going way up there in the mountains. There's something about air quality and needing to be breathing like cooler, fresher air. This is all around. I feel like somebody has COPD or something like that, or really severe asthmatic conditions. If that's been a problem for you, you need to think about considering moving, because I feel like the climate where you're living is too hot and humid. I feel like you might be living in, Florida, Georgia, or Louisiana, and I feel like something about those states might have some kind of humid air, or there's something in the air that grows in that area that contributes to you having like breathing difficulties, wheezing, and all that. And I feel like you do actually have a condition that you know about, so consider moving north. Mercury in retrograde is in your sign this month, and I have got to tell you, I am very surprised at the message I just heard there, that the past is coming back. I hate to say, kind of to haunt you a little bit in the month of October. And that is Mercury in retrograde encompasses many different challenges or issues or things to face. But one of them is the past returning to the present. And you actually have that come up with this card this month. It's happening in this month. If you're born in October, whoever you are out there, it happens around the time of your birthday. If you're an October born Libra. See, this is where the generating gossip, backbiting, talk, this is where that comes up. See, it comes up again. So now we're pinpointing time a little bit here, Libra. Expect that to happen if you're you're the Libra that this would be happening to. It would be happening in the Mercury in retrograde period this month of October, which I think starts on the 4th and goes for 21 days usually. In that time frame, past returns to the present. Some issues that you wanted to be solved or thought they were solved and gone away, or, thought they were, done with, not, like you didn't want to face it again. I feel it comes back and gets brought up and reviewed and discussed and talked about. I feel like you're going to be having a hard time with this discussion. See, I feel like there's some blame or something coming at you where people are accusing you or blaming you or angry with you. And I feel like you are not going to want to take the blame. Like you're going to want to shift it because you feel like you might be partially at fault, but you feel really somebody else connected to this situation is more the one that's guilty. But see, again, remember when I got guilty by association? Doesn't matter. This view is still coming. It's coming in a negative light at you too, because of things you said or you protected the other person. I don't know, but just be mindful that you could have some angry people from your past, possibly more than likely family, but could be, work related too. Don't know here. Come back in that retrograde period, and you feel like you're being under the gun and under the fire, but you really feel it's somebody else's thing. I feel like you're going to be okay after a while. I feel like it takes a little while for the dust to clear. It could clear as soon as like 3, 4, 5 months, but it could also take like 7 to 8 months for it to clear and be settled. So, just that it's happening. It's not necessarily like, bam, it got addressed and it's over with. I don't feel like it's really fully over then. It is and it isn't. The arguing about it is over probably, but the after effects, the aftershock of it is not. It all depends on the individuals involved and how long it takes the dust to settle. That's what comes up here, Libra. So please take that as a cautionary card and not a card of doom and gloom, because it's not going to apply to all of you. But I feel like those of you who are watching are going to know, like, uh-oh, ding, I see light bulb going off, like, uh-oh, I know the situation, like, uh-oh, I don't want to have to deal with that again, or I thought that was over. I know some of you are going to think that. Now, in the card of the energy that you're traveling through right now, Libra, is, like you're moving through this energy, you have the Hermit. And the Hermit is one of the highest spiritual cards in the tarot. He is like your spiritual guidance, lighting the way for you, showing you the way, showing you the true spiritual path to take. And it is also a card that symbolizes taking a step back and surveying the situation before you make your next step. But regardless, you are going to be spiritually guided in that choice or path that you're going to do. So the message here from the Hermit for you is, I hear that you are learning that you can believe in yourself, like you're stronger, you're strong like the mighty oak. You can really take a lot and weather a lot of storms. You're not going to fold like origami. You're not a piece of paper. So whatever is going on, it's not anything you can't handle, because you've already been through a lot in your life and have had to conquer and deal with a lot. So it's like just something, it's just life rolling through that has to be dealt with. I hear you are now perceiving things much clearer and better than you ever did before. The opportunity to grow and change here prevails. I feel like you will take the lead and light the way and be the shining example or leader for your family. And I do feel, above all, you are going to want to make amends and make things right if this is a family situation that I'm picking up here. That applies to you Libras out there, that this is a family issue. For some of you, it's an angry divorce settlement or something that went down within a divorce that causes calamity. For some of you, it's through people passing away in your family and siblings bickering or rivalries come up here too. So, and there's also a sense of like a feeling of entrapment comes up, and property, homes involved. Like I'm seeing property and ground, or that's involved here too. So it just depends on which Libra you are, but there's definitely issues. And I do feel like you have the patience, strength, and fortitude again to light the way. So it's kind of interesting. This card means like you're being shown the way and lighting the way. And I still firmly believe that it pertains to this. But you are also going to be the shining light to the better times and solidifying or smoothing over things that are going wrong here or in out of balance within your family. So you really hold the key to shine the light on that. So you need to think that over, Libra. I know that was a lot to take in right there, but you'll have to do some mulling over in your head. The next card you have in your reading today is in a future position, near future. You have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords to me would be connected to an air sign male, either being Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So this could be you if you're a Libra male listening to this video. And that could be his rising sign, his sun sign, or his moon sign, or predominant in his birth chart. The King of Swords, it has a very keen intellect. and mind. He's very good at keeping secrets and getting to the problem, ferreting things out into the open, getting truths revealed. He's very good about that. A lot of law enforcement people and detectives are often King of Swords. Um, and he can also perceive things very well. He's a good intuition. On the negative side of the king, he can be, a problem. He can be a gossip. He can cause trouble. He can be deceptive. He can be too blunt and harsh in his words. He can cause calamity and upheaval. And sometimes on the dark side of the king, just because he wants to, just because he likes to, and has that feeling. So I'm not sure. Let's see what king we're dealing with here. I feel that for some of you, you are going to be involved with this guy selling and buying property. And I get turning money over really fast. Like I feel like generating money really fast, but it seems like it's either through selling properties, but I get buying and selling properties. So I don't know what that is. Some of you are going to rent properties out as well, or buy a property to rent out as an investment. But it's all involving real estate, transactions, buying, selling. This man is in jeopardy of losing his career and his finances going in the tank. So for some of you that know this guy, he's on the brink. He's either on the brink of greatness or the brink of disaster. It depends on which air sign King of Swords he is. See, I feel like he's ready to take a dive. That comes up more strongly. It's weird though, but right off the bat, they talked about how he's going to make money really fast. You and him. So you're connected with him in that scenario. You're connected with him in the sense that you and he are going to maybe buy and sell property together and invest and sell and, rent and lease and all that. In that sense, he's going to make money. I don't know that they're the same guy. Wow, I see big problems for this guy. I feel like he has law coming at him about some kind of activities he's going to get called to the mat for. I feel that there's going to be some kind of trumped up charges about this guy and that some people are going to want to try to put him in jail, but I get that it gets thrown out. It doesn't stick. Whatever they're trying to make stick doesn't. But he harbors a judge against him in something. So maybe he's in one type of court or for one angle of it, he gets nailed, but the big picture that they're really trying to do doesn't stick because it's like circumstantial evidence or not, somebody's word against somebody else. There's not concrete proof of this or that. So there's some reason it doesn't go down, but there is problems for this guy. For some of you, you loved him. I feel long ago and maybe are even divorced from him now. Wow, he comes up all over the map because for some of you, I'm hearing he's your brother. For some of you, I'm hearing he's your father. For some of you, I'm hearing you've been married to him before. For some of you, he's somebody I feel like you're linked to with business, especially if you're in real estate and the real estate business. See, so he's coming up all over the map here for you guys, for you Libras. This guy's a lot of different people. I definitely feel this guy's going to go to court. You want to stay grounded and centered at this time when that's all going on because I do feel like you get the ripple effects of it, or it does affect you. If you're fine with eating peanuts, eat peanuts during that time to like ground you. You need to eat something that brings you like a grounding force, like or almonds or walnuts or something. Eat some kind of nuts and stay away from carbonated drinks and sodas at that time when you're dealing with this situation. I know it sounds nuts, but they want you to drink something like tea, hot tea or cool or iced tea even. Just don't drink carbonated things and eat proteins that have like really solid source to it. I don't know. I feel like maybe upset or unhappy about what's going on. And maybe offer to help out in some way. I don't know. But part of me wants you to stay away from it. Like, don't get too involved. If you can, distance yourself a little bit. Don't get, like, thrown in the middle of the whole situation. Uh, Libra, I don't like this card for you. And see, that kind of makes sense to me, what I see right here coming up with the King of Swords, that you then have Seven of Swords to follow it. And that's in a future position. And Seven of Swords is a card that means somebody stealing something from you. It can be money, property, ideas. There's deception and lies going on here with this card. You're being deceived. I feel that somebody here has taken some surplus finances from one thing and shifted it over to another. So there was some money moving going on here. And you've been involved in it, or it's affected you. I don't know that you did it. I feel like it's this King of Swords that did it. You're going to be communicating with a lawyer. Oh my gosh, that comes up again for the other signs I was getting. There's other things going on in their lives that people are talking to lawyers, and you're no different because you're getting it too. See, I feel like you have to definitely uphold the truth because you don't want any judgment to come against you. You were not involved. You maybe knew of something, but you weren't involved. So always be clear you're telling the truth here. I feel like you know what, and here's another thing that comes up. There's an operation going on here. I hear like a money laundering operation. There's something that, is, I don't know over what. I don't know that it's criminal activity. It is, but I don't know. See, I get like debts were paid off and finances were moved, which doesn't sound illegal, but for some reason it was not handled appropriately or correctly, and some things were hidden or moved that shouldn't have been. For some of you, you're going to go through a divorce, and you're going to and go to court or have a settlement agreement coming up, because I do get that this, it's a general reading, so I don't know if it's all connected to the same situation, or if I'm talking about this is like just a totally different situation connected with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords brings forward truth, evaluation, but it also brings forward aggravation. This card, it also indicates, I feel like, talking to law enforcement and cops coming up, talking to the police. It comes up with this card. So I don't know. Hopefully it's making sense to some of you Libras out there. Oh no, Libra. You really did have really good cards, but unfortunately they were saying weird things off of them. But here's the card I didn't like for you, and I'm sorry. You had Three of Swords. And Three of Swords is showing up in a position of family opinion and friends, effects from family and friends position. It's a future position. And Three of Swords is a card that symbolizes disappointment in a love relationship and romance. It's also symbolic of the ending of a marriage and a dissolution of a marriage or marriage-like partnership. And it can also indicate cheating because there's three swords through the heart. I definitely get that there is a disappointment in a love relationship, and that you've been through the mill and the ringer with the whole story. Feeling abandoned, lost, forgotten, not happy with the turn of events and how they've taken a toll on your nervous system. If you're not going through the divorce yet, I feel that you're going to be going through the process of beginning to go to get divorced. I feel that you're going to be letting go in a marriage. Some of you. I feel that for those of you, you're going to be upset about it for a while, and it may take you a while to get over it. Because I feel like for many of you, this isn't a short-term relationship. This is a relationship you've been in for a long time. I just feel like there's so much going on around the circle of this, like a calamity that's been connected through this marriage and like all the things that have gone on around it. It's created you like a world of unhappiness or pain or struggling. I feel that some of you are going to consider going through psychotherapy because of the emotional toll it's taking on you. See, because I feel grieving, so it's like a loss, like it's like a death. They say an end of a marriage can be like losing someone to passing away. It can be grief the same way. And I feel like that may be true for you. But I feel like the settlement and the agreement that you get and that you make, that you will be happy about it. And I feel that you're happy with the home. You have a home. I feel like you get a home out of it and that you're happy with that. And you're happy with what you get ultimately that way. But I feel that in the end, it comes up like there was almost too much anger there that couldn't be dealt with or combated. May comes up very strongly here, so I don't know if that's when you actually file for the divorce or the divorce is final, but May is significant for you in regard to this situation. Now, the next card, again, Libra, this card, if you watch the other videos, you're going to see this card came up and came up and came up, and you got it. The Seven of Cups. And Seven of Cups to me symbolizes scattered thinking and emotions. And it also symbolizes choose wisely from the illusions around you. I feel that your products and services are going to be endorsed, and that you're going to be bridging the generation gap with your products and services. You're going to be offering up a lot of things for people's scrutiny, and people are going to like it. So there's some success here coming for some of you Libras. You're going to generate a lot of income very fast, and you're going to, be quick to turn a buck. This really comes through very strongly from the time period of May, June, July, August, September, October, moving forward. That's the strongest time of that. For those of you going through the divorce, you will experience some depletion to your finances due to the expense of going through divorce. But I feel in the long run, you actually get reimbursed for this expense, or you make out well, so it comes back, but not, you got to deal with the paying for it at the time. You will be quite happy with your financial picture at the end of 2015, especially there and going into 2016. You are going to get involved with somebody else in your future that you're going to have instant rapport and chemistry with, and they may be a prominent figure like in politics or well known for something in your area, because I feel like people are going to really know who this is, but that's a little distant in your future. It really comes up that he or she would show up in August of 2015 going through to the beginning of 2016. So that's the arc of time that I see that this prominent figure would come in, and you meet them at the right place at the right time. There's going to be a lot of chemistry there, and something really is going to take off. And I wouldn't be surprised if you meet them by a boat at a marina or at a party where there's a boat, whether either you're on one or the party where you are, there's a boat sitting right there next to you. I don't feel you're on a cruise. This is like at a party or a gathering. And I feel that there's other boats around, so you might be in a marina attending some kind of event. Could be a boat show, but I feel more like you're at a party that you meet this person. So just know that the junk you got to go through now to get to there, it's worth it in the long run. So you've got some, little more aggravation of roads to hoe if you're the Libras that are going through divorce. Your outcome card today, Libra, is the Three of Pentacles. And this card has persistently come up throughout the readings for the other signs for the month of October. And it is a card that symbolizes to me apprenticeship. It is learning a new skill or starting a new job and the financial gains and rewards from that job. I do get that you're going to enter a time where you do really start generating a lot of income. And I feel like you're going to feel like, hey, this is easy money. It's like taking candy from a baby, because you're going to feel so happy with what you're doing. It's not really going to feel like work, which is the best feeling of all. So I get like it's going to be a real pleasure for you. That's a real benefit and blessing coming your way. And you're going to be taking some classes or watching some videos, films, or attending some lectures, or uh, you know, doing some kind of series to learn and enhance your skill, to improve your skill, to hone your craft. And I feel that you're going to be talking to other people that do similar work and finding out about how they make their money and getting your products or services out on the internet. Because I do feel like you've got something to offer here. Some of you are really going to be involved in the creative pursuits and endeavors and will be capitalizing from this skill. If any of you are, I also, I'm getting something interesting here. Somebody out there is really talented seamstress, or, designing your own clothes and sewing them and starting your own line comes up really strongly here. So somebody who's been doing this is getting ready to jump up pretty big and get some notoriety here. And you have a friend in the business, or you have a friend with connections that can get you some kind of like designership here. So I see your clothes being sold on like QVC, or connected to do with Target or a particular store where you're going to start, and somebody's going to recognize your talent and you're going to have a line of clothing. And it's going to be rather interesting. I feel like you're going to create a lot of fun things. Also, I see accessories for like, cute little handbags and fancy dresses. It's not just going to be, it's weird. It's all over the map. You're going to create a lot of clothes. But regardless of who you are, I feel like you're going to be creating something and getting your products and services out there on the internet, and you're going to be talking to people that do similar work to you and are skilled, and you are going to do it. And if maybe some of you make wheel thrown pottery, and you're going to, really get involved in some upscale designs or something. There's a lot of creative things happening out there. Some of you may start your own radio wave cast. I don't know how that works, but I feel that could be part of it because you are a Libra, and Libras are very excellent at communications. So Libras, I want to read to you the messages I got. This is the card that I pulled from the Tony Carmine Salerno deck of Angels, Gods, and Goddesses. You have Angels of Families. The angels surround both you and your family at the moment. That was the card I drew for you from that deck. But when I was shuffling the cards, the card that fell out before I drew that card was the Angel of Communication. And you got communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. And that was that card you got. So let's see. You have a great mind and intelligence about you. You are going to be giving over gifts of cash and supporting people financially, and also with your time, attention, love, and affection. And this is a great time of your life to capitalize on what you know how to do. Bring your special skills and specialized knowledge forward. Create a business or an enterprise on what you know how to do. You have skills that you possess that aren't exactly like everybody else's. Like you know some tricks and some tricks of the trade that some other people don't know that make you stand out. So you need to focus on what those are and capitalize on them. I feel that for many of you, you have now begun to take an interest in soul searching or studying spiritual subjects. And I feel that for many of you, you've come to the realization that you have to rely on your own intuition and your own gut instincts, and you're starting to do that more. And I do feel that this is a lifetime for you of great wealth and abundance, but you have to also give very freely of your financial resources to have the money come back to you. It's a give, receive situation. The universe is going to supply you abundantly with the blessings of finance, but you have to give freely and generously. to receive. And I do feel that when you move forward into your 60s, 70s, 80s, that you are really going to be a financial powerhouse, and you are going to be building up and developing a legacy to leave future generations in your family. You will be leaving wealth behind you, and a trail of happiness awaits you. Just hold on to the truth. That's the most important thing. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Libra. I want to say thank you for watching and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing and Google Plussing. I want to say thank you to the especially nice Libras I've spoken to out there and had the privilege of doing a private reading for you. I want to say thank you. And for those Libras that I have not spoken with yet that would like a private reading with me, I have posted the link for my website below this video. And if you go to my order page, you can schedule your own appointment through the online scheduling calendar there. I'm sorry, my calendar is booking out into February now, and I know that's a long wait. If I can open up more times of availability, I will. But what you see on the calendar right now is what I have available. You go back to the order page and pay for your reading through PayPal, and that will hold and secure your appointment time. I call you at the time of your appointment. And if you are not inside the United States, then the reading would be done on Skype, or you would call me at the time of your appointment. So I want to say, I hope you have a fantastic month of October, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.